Not so long ago, I made a speech on an aircraft carrier, the USS Abraham Lincoln. For a boy from Oklahoma and Texas, I'll just describe it as a big boat. And down on the hangar deck, down on the inside, where they keep the jets when the jets are not being used, well, on this day, the jets were all being used. And so I went down on the hangar deck and made a speech to about 5,000 of my closest Navy friends. And they had a little stage down there about like this. And I got up on that stage and I started making my speech. And I became infatuated by the sound of my voice. And I became even more infatuated by what I was saying. I got to the point to where I could hardly wait to hear what was going to come out next. But I got about half done. I'd been talking about an hour and a half. It can happen. And a fella about where you're sitting stood up and left. But he was wearing a uniform, and it had a name on, and I read it. It was the captain of the ship. I became excited to get my hands on him, but I went ahead and finished my speech. I took about another hour and a half, and then I went out and found that sucker. I said, "Come here, Private." I didn't really say that, but it's a stereotype thing. I think it goes good, the generals, I said, "Why'd you leave into my speech? It was rude." He said, "I had to get a haircut." And I said, "I thought this was the Navy, not the Marine Corps." "Skipper, if you needed a haircut, why didn't you just get it before I started my speech?" He said, "General, with all due respect, when you started your speech, I didn't need a haircut."